All right. I think at this point, with as late as it is, let's just go into the last couple things here. First of all, we do have a listener question. So it's another question from Beer Money Vic, who had to give us the question about this, how many holes a straw has last week. His question for us: it looks like the Nemesis patent is locked away for the next 10 years. Looks like longer, but if you could do a jailbreak on it, what franchise or developer would you give it to?
Ooh, wow. So it's kind of interesting. I mean, it might be a bit of a cop out considering the fact that I'm a fan of these two things, but I feel like either A, give it to From Software. Like if they could find a way, if you have like either an NPC or perhaps maybe a mini boss that has that Nemesis system to it, I think that would be pretty fun. It would definitely be annoying sometimes, probably, especially if that boss comes back later on when you least expect it and you're not prepared, and you don't have that much Estus left. That could be annoying, but I think that would be pretty interesting and different. That you could try that out. And the other thing, possibly, and this would more than likely change I definitely know it would change the dynamic and how the mechanics of the game work, but if that was in a Metroid game similar to Metroid Prime Hunters, since those actually had reoccurring bounty hunters that came back late again throughout the game, something like that would be interesting to, pan out and seeing if that actually improved, especially if you see it, if like they actually improve like based upon how you play. I would find that very interesting. Now, of course, that would be very specific with that type of Metroid game. It wouldn't apply directly across the board, but I feel like if they sort of like if they remade Prime Hunters, like that's actually what I would want. Remake Prime Hunters, give it a whole new fresh coat of paint, completely change the graphics and stuff like that. Put in that Nemesis system. I'm sold. Day one purchase. In fact, day zero purchase. That's how early I am to that. But yeah, those are the two franchises / developers I would actually give that system to.
Yeah, I had a hard time thinking of anything. I mean, the FromSoft actually was the one that I did think of, but then I thought how much of a nightmare it would be if it was applied to actual bosses, because it's like you're struggling with this boss and they just get stronger every time they beat you. That would be horrible. That would be so bad.
Oh man, imagine seeing just imagine seeing like the two Prince brothers from Dark Souls 3. Or in my case, who I struggled with the most, seeing Pontiff Sullivan bear. Oh man, yeah, that would be like progressively getting New Game Plus territory, additionally in stacking up.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else specifically for that. I mean, I guess it could be interesting for like a Batman game. Or some other kind of superhero game like that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I thought it worked really well for Shadow of Mordor and what I played of Shadow of War. But yeah, I can't really think of any other ones. It's a good question though. I'll have to be thinking about that. If I think of something else over the next week, I'll be sure to mention it on next week's episode. So, thanks Vic for that question.
Yes, thank you.